Hey folks, Tim Anderson here, aka Renfell. Welcome back to the channel if you are a returning visitor. I was just trolling through Facebook and Twitter and happened to see this at Polygon, which led me into sort of doing a deep dive. I haven't completely read through this article yet. I'm going to do it with you guys in this video, but I have been just kind of bouncing around reading some other stuff. So basically what is happening today is that there's a press release announcement that Wizards of the Coast is bringing D&D Beyond in-house. They're purchasing it, or Hasbro is purchasing this. It says they have no plans to stop supporting D&D Beyond is the official word from Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, we're gonna dive into this today. I'd love you to do me a favor if you're here for the first time. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get updates like this in the future. Check out all the playlists here on YouTube. There's a Discord channel. Links are down below. Let's dive in here. Parent company of Dungeons and Dragons, which is the Coast, Hasbro, announced Wednesday that it's acquiring D&D Beyond, one of the franchise's most popular licensed digital toolsets and online storefronts. Now, I'm not intimately familiar with D&D Beyond. Beyond the fact that it hosts the online versions of 5th edition books, including rulebooks, adventures, and supplements. Has the character builder and digital character sheets, monsters and spell listings, encounter builder, interactive overlay for Twitch. It's also got, and this is the part where I could be confused, but I could swear that users can also um, upload homebrew content that's set in the official D&D universes, and you can sell that on D&D Beyond, and you share the revenue with Wizards of the Coast, or you share the revenue with D&D Beyond. I could swear that's part of this. Again, I'm not intimately familiar with this because I've only ever used like the character builder and some of the other features. I don't deal with like the campaign because I do everything through Fantasy Grounds, and before that I was using Roll20. So in terms of getting my digital 5th edition books, I've never actually done it through the D&D Beyond app or platform because I do it everywhere else. So this is kind of like news to me, and I'm educating myself as I'm reading along. And I'd love to know in the comments below if is that true that you, because I seem to recall that you can make money on D&D Beyond by selling homebrew campaigns set in those universes. You just share the revenue with them, I think. Anyway, it says D&D Beyond is the creation of Curse Gaming, which launched in 2017. Not Curse Gaming, but D&D Beyond launched in 2017. The platform is, which we already went over what the platform is, um, was purchased in 2018 by Fandom. According to Hasbro, the relationship is very lucrative. Over the last 3 years, the royalty paid to Hasbro by D&D Beyond has represented a significant contribution to the fastest-growing source of revenue for Dungeons and Dragons. Financial disclosures show that Wizards and its attached digital properties, including Magic: The Gathering Arena, earned more than $1 billion for the first time in 2021. Wizards had an operating profit of $547 million in 2021. It says Wizards business unit accounted for 72% of Hasbro's operating profit for the year. Taking that into perspective, the purchase of D&D Beyond from Fandom in 2018 for 146.3 million in cash seems like, or that's what they're. This is the purchase that's happening right now. Actually, sorry, seems like a small price to pay in order to lock down a platform which with reportedly close to 10 million users. That's a huge chunk of people. Got to think about though the fact that they say it's not going to affect any of your current subscriptions. I the fact that they're bringing this in house suggests that there is a big enough cash cow attached to this that they want to monetize this even more, and they don't want to lose out on revenue. So I don't necessarily buy it that they're not going to be changes. Wizards' new president, Cynthia Williams, clearly has bigger goals in mind, according to Polygon. She says the strategic acquisition of D&D Beyond will deliver a direct relationship with fans, providing valuable data-driven insights to unlock opportunities for growth in new product development, live service and tools, and regional expanses. As part of Wizards, the brand's leadership will soon be able to drive a unified, player-centric vision of the world's greatest role-playing game on all platforms. And then there's some theory crafting here that, well, we one day be able to purchase a book with a digital code inside that unlocks unique D&D Beyond content, similar to what happened with Magic: The Gathering. Very interesting here. Dungeons and Dragons, D&DWizards.com has a statement. Dungeons and Dragons and D&D Beyond have always felt like part of the same family, which is why we're excited to welcome everyone at D&D Beyond to formally join us at Wizards of the Coast, bringing together two teams dedicated to continuing to make D&D easy to run and accessible to all. With 10 million users, millions of characters, and millions of campaigns, A team of 80 passionate creators across the U.S. and Europe brought so much joy to D&D players around the world, including helping friends and family come together to play through a global pandemic. I kind of hate it when people talk about the pandemic and leverage that for marketing, but it is what it is. We have no plans to stop supporting D&D Beyond, excuse me. I guarantee you they're going to be adjusting it. Um, press release here. Press release contains forward-looking statements with a meaning. So this is, yeah, this is all the official legal stuff. If you want to read through this in greater detail, you can. Going over to businesswire.com. I'm going to have all the links for these, by the way, are going to be down in the description text below. So if you want to read these at your leisure, feel free. Um, D&D Beyond. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've used it for the builder and some research and stuff, but I'm always curious about can you make money off of this by selling homebrew? That's my big one. I don't remember if you can or not. I'd love to know that. Anyway, some good information here for those of you who are keyed into D&D Beyond. It was just an interesting thing to me because I was scrolling through my tabletop news this morning and this popped up and I went, I want to know more. So I'm going to be digging into this a little bit more because D&D Beyond is not something that I regularly use because again, I use Fantasy Grounds right now. That's the tool that we use for all of our tabletop. And so like we just finished a month and a half ago, we finished right before our move. We finished the Lost Mine of Phandelver campaign, and I purchased all of I purchased the DM guide, Player's Handbook, Monster Manual, and the Lost Mine of Phandelver campaign through Fantasy Grounds, and I also own them on Roll20. So I've never actually purchased anything through D&D Beyond, and I've only ever come here for some random stuff over the years. So this is all interesting. I think it's cool that they're bringing it in-house. I do think that this means it could mean that long term they're going to put more money into making this experience even better than it already has been. It's a relatively new business in the sense that if it was just launched in 2017, then we're only 5 years into its life cycle, which means it's ripe for a renovation at this point. And it seems to be going very well enough for them to say, hey, you know what? There's it's worth us spending $100+ million to bring this in house, and who knows how much more they're going to invest in making it bigger and better and more integrated into everything else. We're also still waiting for news on theoretically the Dragonlance campaign coming down the pipeline, which we hope is actually happening. Tons of interesting stuff here. Hmm. Anyway, love to hear your thoughts, everybody. Don't forget to drop those down below and let me know what you think, what you know. If you're intimately familiar with D&D Beyond, please educate me because I would love to know more about this. And of course, if this is your first time here, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, all those good things. There's a lot of playlists here. I don't just do tabletop. We do video games, books, TVs, films, other stuff. I stream most days. There's a Discord and gaming community. Links are down below. And if you want to support the channel, I would love it if you would hit that membership button here on YouTube, or you can head over to patreon.com/wandering hermits. Pick up a subscription there. You can also pre-order any of the materials that we're building. It's the World of the Weave and the Void is what we're working on. It's my wife, my brother, and I. It's a 5th edition tabletop setting with the books out in June. We've also got a point-and-click adventure game, kind of like King's Quest, which you can download the demo today for free on the Patreon, and that's out later this year. And a book series like Dragonlance, which is being published chapter by chapter twice a month, all on the Patreon. So hopefully we'll see you there. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.